I swear to God, I know guys that live, for example, in the exam suit of Algeria. They take a plane to come to Algiers to see, like, what we call in Algeria race cars. My first own car, I would say, not my family car or something like this, was the Volkswagen Polo with like an engine you won't find in the UAE. It's a 1.6 MPI with only 90 horsepower. So it was a very cool car, but it was boring. You know, boring car with manual gearbox, not something much for a petrol head. And the funny thing in Algeria is, for example, for a brand new Volkswagen Polo with a 1.6 engine, you can get a 2011 Golf R for the same price. So I just exchanged the car with the Golf R, and my parents were like, "But it's 2011 car. It's an old car." And my dad was like, "Please remember me, my children, because in the past my dad was owning like Golf GTD, it's not a GTI, GTI with diesel engine, and he's like very into cars, but luxury cars. Like, for example, he lived like the gold age of automobile in Algeria with Lamborghinis and Bugattis and everything. That, like, the guy, my dad is really like helping me in the project. He was like, do the things you want, just don't die. Please don't die. I need you. So with the Golf, and then after the Golf came the TTRs. The first time my dad saw the car, he told me, "What? How are you going to bring like grocery with this car?" It's for example, the Golf is it's big enough to fit like four people and everything, and the TT is a 2.2 plus 2. It's not a four-seater. It can be like two big guys and two small like kids in the back. And when I bought the car, I directly removed like the rear seats. So I told them, you can put a lot of grocery in this car. No, there is no rear seats. You can do anything you want. So the name of the car in Algeria is called China. This is because my mom told me, why did you buy this China car? China in Arabic means orange. It's not very common in Algeria to own like an orange car. It's a car that it becomes very famous the last years, and the project is famous like not only in Algeria. I have some guys that follow me from France, from Switzerland, from Spain. The Golf R had some problems with the car. I know anything about that engine because it's the same as the TTS. So for example, if the car like start idling in strange way or something, I know that it's the BCV valve or something like that. When someone came to my Instagram and asked me, for example, Abdu, I have this problem on my Golf R or something, I help him with pleasure. I can even call him and explain him how to do the things. There's even some guys that came home, I helped them to fix their car. There's even close people to me that need some parts. I remove some parts to my car to help them because obviously it's the same engine. But there is some guys with, like I told you, with sport cars. They don't want you to be better than them. They want to stay like, I am the king, I am the best. I was here before you. Yeah, bro, yeah, you are here from the 80s or something like that. But when I started making videos here in Dubai and doing big things, the guy were like, good luck, bro. We support you. If you need anything, we are here. Don't forget us. But bro, who are you? I did some gatorings by myself. We did some gatorings with Algerian petrol heads. With Algerian petrol heads, we made one of, I wouldn't say the best, but one of the best gatherings that happens in the history of Algeria. When we did the gathering back in 2011, the guys were, the funny thing that, for example, there is us, zero budget, only phones, contacts, and our page. And there is like another page with a lot of money sponsoring. We directly rent a place to do a gathering at the same day. And we planned that thing way before. So the cars that came in our gathering were way more beautiful, way more exclusive than the cars that went to the other gathering. And the guys that went to the other gathering was like, oh shit, we missed something big. And this gathering, even though in 2012, the guys are saying, I just really missed that chance to be there. And there is other things. There is a guy, he is like my neighborhood. His name is Usama. His like dream was to drive my car or or someone else's car. Like he's like very young, he doesn't even have his driving license. And I was like, okay, let me take care of that. I called a friend. I told him, bring your Cupra and let him drive. Just for the pleasure, bro. He won't break your car or something. Just we gave him the keys, let him do some launch controls and everything. And the guy, since that day, have like sparkles in eyes. I swear to God, I know guys that live, for example, in the suit, exam suit of Algeria. They take a plane to come to Algiers to see like what we call in Algeria race cars. It's not like the same level as here. It's only like small cars with 1.6 engine, some swaps, some interesting things. But when they see cars like this, they're crazy because it's not something usual. Imagine someone who see like a GTR for the first time in Algeria. You get crazy, bro. You see like the video. Is that a Supra? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. So what we want to do in Algeria is to make this like racing and car culture more accessible. Anyone, I want anyone with even like no money to be able to see those things, to drive those cars, and having a racetrack would make this easier. For example, if you live in Dubai and have some money or anything, you can rent a sport car and do your things, and that's it. In Algeria, you can't. You just can't. Even, for example, for a Golf R, for example, you want to rent it, the guy will say, don't rent my car, so that's it. There is some showrooms in Algeria, they like buy new Golf R with like fancy colors, change like the paint of the calipers, change the seats, change the cutback, put a fancy spoiler, and that's it. And they start selling the car as like 370 stock Golf R, and there is not even like a sport air filter downpipe or something. The car won't be able to make that power in with Algerian fuel and with no pieces, as you can see.